man forgotten. No one recalls my name. Thousands of years will fail to fully erase my shame. But I turned a profit quite nicely that day, that I turned a couple away. I turned them away. I didn't sleep that evening, though I'd sold out my place. Somehow I felt uneasy. Something about her face. Why did I wish that I'd let them stay? I don't think they could have paid. Could they have paid? Restless, I left my bedroom. I walked the streets all night, lost in the world I lived in, found by a heavenly light, staring at one bright star in the sky. I heard a baby cry. And I knew where that cry had come from, for I told them where they could go. But I didn't think I could face them, so I walked slowly home, missing my chance to share in their joy. I never saw the boy. He never would condemn me, though I did that all on my own. He offered his forgiveness, and ever since then I've known that he lets us choose each hour of each day, if we'll let him in to stay. Let him in, let him in, let the peace on earth begin. Let him in, let him in, let the hope and the joy begin. And whether it be in your world today, or a crowded Bethlehem Inn, find the way, make him room, let him in, let him in, let the peace on earth begin. Let him in, let him in, let the hope and the joy begin. Let him in, let him in. homeless, homeless, but there is hope because he came down to earth to lead us. He vowed he'd never leave us. Homeless, homeless, for in his love there's a home. Oh, so homeless, homeless was his humble birth. He was homeless, homeless, and still he changed the earth. Nothing kept his heart from giving. Most of his life was living homeless. He showed it's how we live, not where. When his homeless days on earth were done, he went home to where we all came from. And he went to prepare. A mansion for us there. He gave his whole life to lead us, and I know he'll never leave us. Homeless, 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 for in his love there's a home. We are not homeless. We are not homeless like the Christ child was. We are not homeless. We are not homeless like the Christ child was. We are not homeless, homeless like the Christ child was. For in his love there's a home. Homeless like the Christ child was. We are not homeless, homeless, like the Christ child was. There is a home.
The flock was more than peaceful, and the night was dark and deep, and the stillness wrapped around me, and I drifted off to sleep. And when my friends awoke me, what a tale they had to tell. They said angels told them about a newborn king. They said they had a star to guide them, and they heard heaven sing. And they said that when they found him, they knew they'd never be the same. Somehow I did believe them, though everything I knew said I should not believe them. This story can't be true, but there was something magic in the air that made me feel as if I had been there. I asked 1,000 questions, their answers startled me. The more I heard, the more I thought I knew this could not be. And then the struggle started. My head was wrestling with my heart. Why would a God from heaven come to the world this way? Why in a lowly stable would a Messiah lay? I shook my head and asked them to tell their story one more time. And yes, I did believe them, though I'd not seen a thing. And I did not go to Bethlehem or hear the angels sing, but there was something magic in the air, and it made me feel as if I had been there. Now I knew that as the world moves on through time, there would be more stories just like mine, about all the souls who've chosen to believe in something they never got to see. And do you think you'll join us, though you've not seen a thing, and you were not there in Bethlehem to hear the angels sing? But if you feel the Spirit in the air, then just like me you'll know, yes, you'll know He was here, yes, He was here. The King of Kings and Lord of Lords was here.
He was here.
Yes, He was here. And He will come again, 'cause He was here.
The King of Kings was here. The Lord of Lords. The King of Kings and Lord of Lords was here.
He was here.
The King of Kings.
He was here.
The Lord of Lords.
And He will come again, 'cause He was here. Yes, He was here. He was here. In my dream, he told me, I was a very young angel in a very heavenly place, when a trumpet was sounded and an announcement was made. All the angels in heaven were invited to audition for the choir that would announce the holy birth. Well, there was an excitement and a sense of anticipation that, well, it nearly caused my little angel heart almost to burst. When my moment arrived, I stood before the musical tribunal, and I sang, and I sang, and I sang. And no one snickered or laughed at me because this was heaven. But I knew almost immediately that I would not be invited to join the heavenly choir for one simple and rather obvious reason. I couldn't sing. I could feel it. I could feel that music, but I couldn't get that feeling to come into my voice. Well, the grand chorus master, he smiled and nodded to his chief assistant to show me out. This isn't fair, I pleaded. If you could hear what's in my heart, you'd let me sing. And I raced back in to beg the chorus master to give me one more chance. And as I did, music filled that heavenly room, and I recognized it because it was the music coming from my very own innocent, tender heart.
Hallelujah, Lord of all. Hallelujah, to the Lord of all. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Be our guide every day. King and Lord of all, give us the strength to sing how best to follow Thee. Hallelujah, Lord of all. Hallelujah, hallelujah.
When all the heavenly singing had stopped, my friend told me that in his dream, all the other angels stood motionless and amazed when they heard the sound. He said, and when my carol to my king was over, the grand chorus master himself stood up and said, "O little one, you have so much to give, and your time will come. Your time will come." "Oh, then I can't sing with the choir?" I wanted him to change his mind, but he just shook his head. "You have a different voice," he said, "but it will be heard. Centuries from now, it will be heard. More orchestras and choirs than you can possibly imagine will be giving the music of your heart a voice that will echo through time."
Joy to the world, the Lord has come. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah, praise hallelujah. The King of wonderful Counselor, the mighty God, the everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace, the everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace.
Mary, let me hold her baby, her newborn son. Though I'd never be a mother, I felt like one. Mary, let me hold her baby, so she could rest. And ever since that night I held him, my life's been blessed. Those like me who can't have children still can be mothers. Something in his eyes convinced me I could serve so many others. Mary, let me hold her baby, so soft and warm. Mary, let me hold her baby, and I was reborn. Something in his eyes convinced me I could serve so many others. Mary, let me hold her baby, so soft and warm. Mary, let me hold her
what if you let me tell you one more story about a soldier I met in a field hospital during the war?
Which war?
World War II.
Okay.
Well, I wish you could have been there because you'd done him a whole lot more good than I did. You see, he'd gotten some shrapnel in his leg. Wasn't enough to send him home. When he healed, he was going to have to go back out and fight. And he had just found out that his baby daughter had been born. And he told me he liked to write songs. Not professionally, but when he couldn't sleep at night sometimes, he told me he'd hear these melodies. And, well, I said maybe he should try writing a song about how he was feeling, about being a new dad and all. And you know what he said to me? He said that he was scared. Really scared. And I said, you're probably not the first father to feel that way. And as you can imagine, I'd prepared a little Christmas program for the next night. And then then the soldier came to me and said, John, I've written that song. And he played it for me. And I said, Jim, that's terrific. You have got to sing that in the Christmas program. You want to hear what he wrote?
Okay.
You need to hear what he wrote. He was working late one evening with the wood he knew so well. When I thought I recognized him, though at first I couldn't tell, as I humbly begged his pardon, a strange sadness swelled inside. When I asked, aren't you the father of that man they crucified? And then the carpenter repeated what he'd said so many times. He said, I was not his father. He was mine. Then he humbly went on working with his worn and calloused hands. Though I did not ask more questions, he knew I didn't understand. Then he asked if I would help him. He saw my answer in a glance. And I did every chore he asked me. And I was grateful for the chance. And then we talked for hours of Jesus and how he knew he was divine. He said I was not his father. He was mine. For how could one so foolish and so flawed ever hope to raise the Son of God? And then he spoke of the misgivings that he had had 1,000 times, and how Jesus found these tender moments to let him know he had done just fine. And then the carpenter recited the greatest truths he'd ever learned, and testified they came from Jesus. And then my heart within me burned, and we embraced as he departed. And Joseph told me one more time, tell them I was not his father. Tell them he was mine.
He is mine. Somewhere beneath the glitter that comes this time of winter, in many souls there is a cry. They may not clearly say it, but in their hearts they pray it, and you can see it in their eyes.
I cannot find my way. I cannot find my way. I cannot find my way at all. There are so many voices, so many different choices. I cannot find my way at all.
There were 3 kings who followed the star of Bethlehem. They came from afar to praise and honor him. The light that beckoned them to seek the Lord of men. He calls to you, he calls to me.
Cannot find our way at all. There are so many choices, so many different voices. We cannot find our way at all.
We're not alone, we have a star, and it shines today. The love that he gave teaches how, and it shows the way. That light is clear to see if we'll have faith and believe. 3 kings found the Lord, and so can we. 3 kings found the Lord, and so can we. 3 kings found the Lord, and so can we. And if you lost your way, that light burns bright today, and it will shine eternally. 3 kings found the Lord, and so can we. 3 kings found the Lord, and so can we. 3 kings found the Lord.
thought I'd seen all the lights and sung all the songs. I felt the holiday lasted a bit too long. I never shed any tears when Christmas was through until I celebrated one with you. And now I cry the day that I take the tree down. I want the season to last all year round. When I'm surrounded by these memories, it's almost like you're here with me. It's strange how things are changed when touched by love. We treasure things we never thought much of. And now I cry the day that I take the tree down. I want the season to last all year round. And I am dreaming of Christmases when we'll be together again. By love, but we treasure things we never thought much of. I cry the day that I take the tree down. I want the season to last all year round. And I'm dreaming of Christmases when we'll be together again. All I ever wanted, all I ever dreamed of, everything I hoped and all the things I prayed for, couldn't hold a candle to what I've been given. I've been given what I need. A mansion on a hill, or love like in the movies, perfect little lives where no one has a problem. instead of all those things I thought I really wanted, I've been given what I need. Even when I didn't understand, when I thought you had no heart. Thank you for rejecting my demands and always giving me the better part. All I ever wanted, all I ever dreamed of, everything I hoped and all the things I prayed for, couldn't hold a candle to what I've been given. I've been given what I need. All I ever wanted, all I ever dreamed of, everything I hoped and all the things I prayed for, couldn't hold a candle to what I've been given. I've been given what I need.
Come in glory when he first came to earth, and most the world ignored his humble birth. But the heavens were singing in celestial harmony, and a star guided some souls to their knees. Those with ears to hear and eyes to see. Then miracles followed, but the skeptics believed they were lies spread by those who'd been deceived. With an appetite for power, they mocked every word he said, while the ones truly hungering he fed. Those who hungered after righteousness he fed. And the light that he gave was to lift and to save, and the burdens that he came to bear are the ones we can't carry. His sweetness, I have faith in his power, and I know he'll strive with me every hour. For he suffered in darkness, kneeling in Gethsemane, so the light of his love could shine through me. Strengthened on every side by the light that we cannot hide. We are united, spirits ignited, feeling that fire inside. Arise, let us add to the flame that burns brightly in the hearts that burn. That's a standard for the nations all to see, is the light of the world that shines in you and me. It's the light of the world shining through me.
Well, it's hard to say goodbye and let go. And it's hard to see this evening end, because this memory we just made won't ever happen again. But it's harder for time to ever erase this together time we just shared. So when we're apart, let's remember the spirit we felt here together. And for all this love, thank the Lord above, who showed us the way. We can be together forever someday. We can be together forever someday. We can be together forever someday. For 19 years, part of the tradition of the carols is singing this at the end. So please join us. We can be together forever someday. We can be together forever someday. We can be together forever someday. Together forever someday. Oh, how reverent. I was sort of hoping you'd sing out loud. Actually, I think what'll really help is if you link up. Could you link up with the people on either side? Oh, and if this is a really, really painful and awkward invasion of your personal space, touching shoes can count. Okay. Are we linked in some way? I don't want anybody to be alone, okay? All right, here we go. Here we go. We can be together forever someday. We can be together forever someday. We can be together forever someday. Hey, I believe in linking. Woo! So much better for most of you. Now, you're laughing, thinking to yourself, what does he mean, so much better for most of us? Well, this is the great thing about Facebook. I know that because I hear the feedback, there's some gal who's trying to plan a little speech for her date on the way home, and she's been planning this little speech since intermission. It goes something like this. Golly, you really deserve someone who likes your type. And it ain't me, babe. The gal's been planning the speech since intermission. And now I've got her linked up with this guy singing, "We can be together forever someday." I'd like you to sing for somebody you love who couldn't make it. Now maybe it's somebody you wanted to have come, but they just weren't up to it. They weren't feeling like they could make it. Or maybe it's somebody who's in Afghanistan or Iraq serving our country, and you can sing to them. Maybe it's somebody away at college. Maybe it's somebody serving a mission for their church. Maybe it's somebody who's with Sarah on the other side. Doesn't matter. Pick somebody you love. Now, this is clearly just me talking, but I believe when we sing to people that we love, wherever they are, they feel something. So, for somebody you love who just couldn't be here, we can be together forever someday. We can be together forever someday. We can be together forever someday. That was beautiful. Thank you. You know, if you felt something tonight that was particularly special, Christmassy, I want you to know that I know it wasn't this story, wasn't these carols, wasn't this performance. I believe it was the magic in the air. And I believe it comes this time of year to remind us that yeah, there may have been a few carols that got forgotten, but the one whose birth we celebrate has promised he'll never forget us. I'd like us to end tonight not focused on this performance and not on this show, but on the one whose birth we celebrate. So no more clapping. I mean, you've already made us all feel like rock stars and we loved it, but tonight was never meant to be about us. So let's focus on the one that tonight is about. Now, whether you picture a babe wrapped in swaddling clothes lying in a manger, or whether it's a King of Kings and Lord of Lords, take that image and put it in your mind or in your heart, and let's together sing the one carol that could never be forgotten. Silent